Babe, but what if he knocks you out?
Ooh. I'm retiring from boxing. I'm getting hit in the face every single day.
Hey, did you hear the latest scoop? Jake Paul just got knocked out cold by Mike Tyson, and now he's hanging up his gloves for good. Sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? Except this time it's real. Bam. Paul's calling it quits after this brutal beatdown. Can you believe it? Looks like the champ just met his match, and it's game over for Jake Paul. Now, if you know anything about boxing, you know that Mike Tyson is no joke. He's like the heavyweight champion of the world, the king of knockouts, the undisputed champion of the ring. And here comes Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, thinking he can take on the champ. Talk about a bold move. But hey, that's just Jake Paul for you. He's never been one to back down from a challenge, no matter how big or how tough. In fact, he's been talking smack about Tyson for weeks now, daring him to test his strength and see if he's got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the best of the best. I want to see how hard he hits, Jake Paul boldly proclaimed, his voice dripping with confidence. I want him to test my iron chin and see if he can knock me out. It's like he's taunting Tyson, daring him to bring his A-game and show the world what he's made of.
I want to see how hard he hits, Mike. I really want to see, bro.
But here's the thing. Jake Paul might be in for a rude awakening. You see, while he's been making waves in the boxing world, he's yet to face someone like Tyson. Tyson's like a force of nature, a wrecking ball in the ring, and when he steps into that ring with Jake Paul, it's going to be like David versus Goliath, except this time, Goliath's packing a serious punch. And sure enough, when the moment of truth arrived, it seems Jake Paul wasn't quite prepared for the raw power that Tyson possesses. Reports from the training camp suggest that Tyson delivered a devastating knockout blow to Paul in the first round, leaving the YouTube star reeling and questioning his own abilities. It's like a wake-up call for Paul, a reminder that he's not invincible, that there are some opponents you just can't underestimate. Sources close to the situation reveal that Paul has been quietly laying the groundwork for a potential withdrawal from the fight, citing a myriad of excuses ranging from injuries to conflicting schedules. It's a move straight out of the Jake Paul playbook. When the going gets tough, find a way out. I mean, it's not that I'm scared of Tyson or anything. Paul is rumored to have confided in a trusted confidant. It's just like, I didn't expect him to come at me with everything he's got, you know? I thought it was going to be like a friendly spar or something. Indeed, Paul's history is rife with instances of conveniently timed exits and carefully crafted excuses, whether it's feigning injury to avoid a tough opponent or citing scheduling conflicts to sidestep a challenging matchup. Paul has proven time and again that he's not afraid to bend the rules in his favor. I've got so much going on right now, you know. Paul was overheard telling his entourage, I've got my YouTube channel, my merch line, my other business ventures. I just don't have time to train for a fight with Tyson, you know? But here's where things get really interesting. Rumors are swirling that Jake Paul might actually announce his retirement from boxing after this defeat. Can you believe it? The guy who's been talking smack about Tyson for weeks might actually hang up his gloves for good. It's like the end of an era, the closing chapter of a saga that's captivated the world. And let's not forget about Tyson himself. At 57 years old, he's still got it, still packing a punch that can knock out even the toughest opponents. The moment news of Jake Paul's antics reached Mike Tyson, it was like watching a volcano ready to blow. The legendary fighter, known for his ferocity both inside and outside the ring, was seething with rage over what he saw as a disrespectful and sneaky attempt by Paul to wriggle out of their highly anticipated boot. I can't believe this kid, Tyson fumed, his voice dripping with frustration. He talks all this smack, dares me to test my strength, and then when it's time to step up, he wants to run away. That's not how it works in my world. Tyson's anger was palpable as he vented his frustrations to those closest to him. I showed him the power he wanted to see in training, he growled, his fists clenched in anger. I put everything I had into preparing for this fight, and now he wants to back out? It's disrespectful. But for Tyson, this fight was about more than just settling a score with Paul. It was about proving himself in the ring once again, about reclaiming his rightful place as one of the greatest fighters of all time. I need this fight, he admitted, his voice tinged with desperation. I've got health issues, debts to pay off. This fight was my chance to set things right.
Oh, I have sciatica every now and then. It flares up, and when it flares up, I can't even talk.
Is that the only health problem you got right now?
And then there was the matter of Jake Paul's disrespectful comments about Tyson's deceased child. It was a low blow, one that cut deep for the former heavyweight champion. I can't let him get away with that, Tyson said, his eyes flashing with anger. He disrespected my child, my legacy. He needs to pay for that in the ring. But as Tyson's frustration reached its boiling point, he found himself faced with a difficult decision. Should he pursue legal action against Paul for backing out of the fight, or should he take matters into his own hands and confront the YouTuber face to face? In the end, Tyson knew there was only one way to settle this, in the ring. I want to see him in the ring, he declared, his voice steady and resolute. I want to show him what happens when you disrespect the champ. As the tension between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul reaches a boiling point, reports suggest that Tyson is considering taking legal action against Paul if he attempts to back out of their scheduled bout. The idea of Paul attempting to evade the fight seems to have ignited a fire within Tyson, who sees it as a direct challenge to his honor and reputation. I'll sue his ass if he tries to run away, Tyson reportedly declared. He made a commitment and he's going to stick to it, whether he likes it or not. I trained my ass off for this fight, Tyson said. I put in the work, I showed him what I'm made of, and now he wants to bail? Not on my watch.
You versus Mike Tyson, live on Netflix. You're gonna entertain millions of people and make an unbelievable amount of money. What do you think?
For Tyson, the idea of resorting to legal action was never his preferred course of action. I wanted to settle this in the ring, Tyson explained, his tone reflecting his disappointment. But if Jake wants to take it to court, then so be it. I'm not afraid to fight him there too. But for Paul, the decision to pursue legal action was a matter of principle. Tyson tried to sabotage our fight, Paul asserted. He crossed a line, and now he's going to pay for it, one way or another. Amidst the storm of controversy surrounding Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson bout, Jake Paul drops a bombshell that sends shockwaves through the boxing world. With a mix of defiance and determination, Paul takes to social media to reveal shocking details of being knocked out during training sessions with Tyson. But that's not all. He's also firing back with a $200 million lawsuit against the boxing legend. In a move that caught everyone off guard, Paul isn't holding back as he shares the gritty details of the knockout blow he suffered at the hands of Tyson. I got laid out, man, Paul admits, his voice tinged with frustration. Tyson hit me with everything he had, and I didn't stand a chance.
I'm retiring from boxing. I'm getting hit in the face every single day.
But Paul isn't content to simply lick his wounds and move on. No, he's ready to fight back, and fight back hard. With a steely resolve, he's launching a legal battle against Tyson, seeking $200 million in damages for what he claims was a deliberate attempt to injure him. It's not just about the money, Paul insists. It's about holding Tyson accountable for his actions. He tried to take me out, plain and simple, and now he's going to pay for it. Paul landed a major deal with Netflix, a deal that could potentially change his life. I've got this big deal with Netflix on the table. But now, thanks to Tyson, I can't fight, and that means I'm losing out on some serious cash. As the legal battle between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson rages on, one thing is clear: this is far from over. With millions of dollars and reputations on the line, both fighters are prepared to go to war. In the meantime, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all the latest developments in this epic saga. Don't miss out on a single moment of the action. The fight of the century is just getting started.